Hey guys, welcome back to the Tone Show. We're talking about today the fact that in the last 10 years, they stopped making movie stars. Have you noticed that there was a time where Denzel Washington or Will Smith or Harrison Ford or Sandra Bullock, if they were on the poster of a movie, it was guaranteed to be a hit. Like you were gonna watch that movie. Like Al Pacino, man, you were gonna watch that. Robert De Niro, if he was in a movie, you were gonna watch it. Well, that's actually changed. And the truth is, in the last 5 to 10 years, it's actually a change towards directors. So it looks like it matters more now who's behind the camera instead of who's in front of the camera. And I think the fact that we're not making stars anymore is tightly related to the fact that we're not making mid-tier movies anymore. Like a whole section of the film industry is gone. Right now, you either have giant IP like think Marvel or Disney or like Pixar or like Star Wars, or you have like real indie gems, right? But you don't have like anything in the middle. And those middle movies are the movies that became the tentpoles and the big blockbusters of today. Like think Alien or Gremlins or Ghostbusters or Terminator. When these first came out, these were not blockbusters. These were risky movies, right? These were gambles that they took. And you have to take gambles with these type of movies in order to create new IP and to create new lore and to bring in people in and to bring in new actors because with the disappearance of these mid-tier movies, you also lost all these like quirky oddball characters, all the movie stars or heroes that would come out. You wouldn't have them anymore. You wouldn't have an actress to come in and play a Ripley because a role like Ripley's not available anymore. Like if it was risky back then, they're not doing it now. That's a big problem because a whole section of the film industry that relied on these stories is gone. And now we're just relying on established IP. And established IP is only the IP itself. And so you're not getting the new Will Smith, you're not getting new Denzel Washington, you're not getting the new Harrison Ford, because you don't not creating the new Indiana Jones, you're not doing the new iRobot. Without these films to give new talent an opportunity, like to endear themselves to audiences, you're not gonna get stars. And that's something that needs to be addressed. Why studios are backing away like from investing in talent? That's another question we gotta ask. Well, talent is very risky. Just think about the fact that people are drawn to IP. People come to see the new Batman movie or the new Flash movie, for example. Like people wanted to watch The Flash, but there's times when talent can actually sabotage or torpedo a movie. Look at the Flash movie, for example. Ezra Miller's off-screen controversies torpedoed that movie. Like some people didn't want to come watch the movie because they don't want to support Ezra Miller. Look at Disney, like the problem they had with Snow White. The actress, like her comments, even before the film was in the can, already started a whole controversy around the film that a lot of people boycotted it. So not only is like talent not getting the opportunity to star in mid-tier movies or roles that would actually push them forward, but you also have talent that are risky. Some of these talent, the things that they could say could risk a movie. So studios are kind of skeptical when it comes to putting a megaphone or shining a light on a specific talent because these talents could just go to another studio. They could just go and work somewhere else. It's not like they could just hold on to it like the IP. The other end, it seems like directors have stepped in and become the new talent, like they're the new stars. Like think about what Jordan Peele did with horror. Like he's one of the people who really created this whole elevated horror, completely new spin to it. Greta Gerwig came in and took Barbie, which was already an iconic brand, made it a whole new auteur like indie thing that everybody loved and became a mega hit. Then you have like Christopher Nolan, like everything he does has like draws attention and audiences. He took something that would technically be a biopic and maybe like a slow, quiet period piece, and he made it a blockbuster, like a 3 hour long blockbuster that people watched. Like directors have that power. Think about Guillermo del Toro and Cabinet of Curiosities on Netflix, or think about Tim Burton. These are directors who are actually creating their own tentpoles, creating their own IP or expanding IP for Netflix. So, like the directors are the ones who are shaping and creating these worlds and also controlling them and directing them behind the camera. Can't forget like Damien Leone, what he did with the indie sweetheart now Terrifier, right? How Art the Clown's like a household name when it comes to horror. And he did it with no known star, no big budget, just a fan base and a vision, a desire to create. So directors really have an impact and become the new stars. Like you can name all these directors who have made a difference, where you really can't name a lot of stars that are actually changing and creating things in the last 10 years. Like you can name directors. I think about Quentin Tarantino. He said he was going to stop directing and only do 10 films, and people lost their minds and then created a whole bunch of headlines. Alex Garland said that he's stepping away from directing for a while, and people got all emotional. Then think about Wes Anderson. Like you can look at a color palette and be like, it's a Wes Anderson film. Like he has his own color monopoly now at this point. Frank Darabont, like you can't shake the fact that even though he didn't create The Walking Dead, he definitely shaped it and gave it vision and put it down a path where it is what it is today. Like, he added to that IP. Just think about Ridley Scott, who came back to Alien and expanded on the IP and the lore that he started decades ago. He just didn't give us more xenomorphs. He gave us David and this whole new like mythos with the androids inside of Alien. He also gave us the engineers. Like, he expanded that world further. So directors not just work on IP, they expand it, they envision it, and they elevate it at times. And I feel like that's why they have the power now. And that's why we're creating new directors with star power, where actors don't have star power anymore because they don't have actors that are stars. They used to make movies. Now they can sync them before even cameras roll. Meanwhile, directors have become the steady hand, the draw, the people who actually create the vision and sometimes expand on the vision that's already there. Directors build trust and they also build worlds. And it seems like studios right now, they're just chasing directors. Directors are the ones who are the authors of these narratives, of these stories. And being in front of the camera doesn't have the same power as being behind it anymore, it seems. I think of a big shout out to Adam Conover. He did a video right here on YouTube. I'm gonna link it to the bottom. How capitalism killed the movie star. And this video is inspired by that video. But I also have my own thoughts about how the directors actually filled that hole that actors have left behind and how the mid-tier movies also impacted as well. So definitely check out his video. He definitely expanded on the whole capitalism side of it, and it's an interesting watch. As always, guys, this is the Tone Show. What do you guys think? Do you think directors are the new stars? Put it in the comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think that actors are a dying breed, or better yet, movie stars. There's a lot of working actors, thankfully. So put it in the comments. Let me know what you think. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and come back for more Tone Show.